Brijesh, I have seen you doing road shows, meeting people, traveling across locations, and you interact with so many MFDs across locations. What has been the success factor that you have observed and found for the MFDs who you think has really made a mark for themselves in the industry?
Thank you, Birla Mutual Fund and Mitesh for doing this. You see, success is a relative factor, and I guess everyone who is here is successful. And so if I were to answer this question of yours, I would say, the question should be success plus growth. What is the success of advisors? What are the successful advisors doing who are successful and still going for growth? Because everyone is successful. And there I can probably try to answer your question. Is that, India is a country where, you earn ₹1,00,000, you become successful. ₹1,00,000 a month, you are successful. So in the mutual fund distributor, the moment you start, you have a 20, 30, 40 crores of assets under management, you call yourself successful. You are earning ₹2,00,000 a month, and you can go for a holiday, you can send your school to the best, your kids to the best school. And then satisfaction kicks in. The most successful advisors I have seen have hunger. That hunger is there for decades, not for a couple of years after they reach a situation of 50 crores or 100 crores. So hunger is the answer, and most of us at some point of time miss that hunger, that ho gaya, abhi aaram karna hai. So I'm not complaining and I'm not suggesting that, satisfied nahi hona chahiye, but to answer your question, in terms of success, that मेरा एक कहना ही होता है कि अगर आप सक्सेसफुल हो भी गए, पैसा बन भी गया, सेटिस्फाइड लाइफ हो भी गई, तो अगर भगवान ने आपको ये अपॉर्चुनिटी दी है, ये आपको ब्लेसिंग दी है कि आप बड़े बन सकते हो और पैसा कमा सकते हो और लाइफ को चेंज कर सकते हो, तो करो ना, और फिर डोनेट कर दो. आपको नहीं चाहिए तो कम से कम आप अपनी कैपेबिलिटी को रिस्ट्रिक्ट क्यों कर रहे हो? तो वो हंगर तो होना चाहिए. हाउ यू कैन रीच आउट टू मोर नंबर ऑफ पीपल. And secondly, I will try to give this answer in an unconventional way, that what is the success mantra of a distributor who is successful and growing is that he is not talking. He is the most humble guy who is a little low on confidence. That is my definition of success and growth. He is always thinking that कि कुछ कमी है मेरे में यार. And he is running and he is meeting people and he is listening to people like us. थिंकिंग दैट यहाँ पहुँचना है, और उसको अपने में थोड़ा सा कॉन्फिडेंस कम दिखता है. उसके वजह से उसको लगता है कि अभी मंजिल आई नहीं है, अभी जाना है. वेयर एज देयर आर सेट ऑफ पीपल हु थिंक हो गया, सो वहाँ ग्रोथ नहीं है. एंड दीज आर द पीपल जिसको कहते हैं, दे थिंक, दे आर सिटिंग एट 300 crores इन अ B30 सिटी, एंड दे आर लेस, they call themselves a little less confident कि यार अभी ब्रिजेश डालमिया बनना, आशीष मदानी बनना है. हम लोग complacent हो गए, वो complacent नहीं है, because उनके आगे गोल है. So I think I will place this, that a hunger and that element of a little less confidence is the driver of growth.
So आप बता रहे हो कि earning के पहले learning होना चाहिए. So explore yourself, learn more, and therefore So chase Saraswati, Lakshmi will chase you. That's how you're saying.
उनको ऐसा लगता है कि उनको अभी आता नहीं है. And this is the reason of success of so many distributors in the country. जिनको लगता है कि उनको आ गया, अभी वो खत्म हो गए.
You're a big fan following, I must tell you that. Brijesh ji, do you think MFDs are really preparing themselves for the growth that is ahead of us? I'm not talking of mark-to-market growth, because many of us think that we have created a portfolio, and by just mark-to-market, I will grow at a compound so many percentage, and therefore I'll reach at the end of certain years at a certain asset level, and therefore my earnings will grow to a certain level. Because you interact with them, you run a platform called Masterstroke. What is your thought? How do you see that happening?
So my answer is no. And why I say no, that MFDs are not prepared for the type of growth we are going to witness, is that we did not witness in 2014 that we will reach here 52 lakh crores. And the same way, it is very difficult to comprehend that in 10 years where we can reach. And I will quote Bill Gates, and he says that, we are very optimistic for the next 1 year. And we are, very pessimistic kind of for the next 10 years, what we can achieve. What he says is that you cannot achieve what you plan for in the next 12 months. And you can do 10x, 100x over 10 years because दुनिया 10 साल में बदल जाती है. And we are not able to understand this because, and I will quote Lowy also what he says that, जिसके पास हो गया ना, वो और protective हो जाता है. So investors who have a lot of wealth are in the wealth protection zone. In the same way, mutual fund distributors also who have grown are now in the protection zone. हो गया, systematic जाना है, retirement आ रहा है. They are not having the courage to grow beyond their own self. And they already have 100, 200, 300 families. It is humanly impossible to serve more than that number. So in case you are going to capture the next 10 years of growth in the country, you have to do something more meaningful in terms of a technology platform, a team, or branching out, or stuff like that, which I think MFDs are not prepared for. They are into their shell that जो कर रहे हैं ठीक है, उससे growth capture नहीं कर सकते. जो mark to market आएगा, we will all be a beneficiary. But so industry is growing at 18-20%, you are growing 20-22%, you are happy. But growth means 35% CAGR. I don't think MFDs are prepared for that. So it's a very serious thought that we need to have.
So this is an eye-opener for all of us, what Brijesh is mentioning. If I have to just take a cue and say that if we want to really participate exponentially in the next decade for India's growth, let us invest in self, let us invest in our processes, let us make a brand of ourselves, let us collaborate and work together so that we can really participate in growth.